Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with some more Duels 2013 multiplayer. Today I'm going to be playing with the black deck Obedient Dead. People asked me a bunch, Force, play the black deck. I don't know why so many people wanted me to play the black deck, but that's what I'm doing. Oh, these hands. Hey, hello, hello, hi. Okay, I might go down to 6 actually. Alright, well, it wasn't much better, but... Alright, so we're gonna be playing the black deck. I got a... life and discard and all sorts of stuff in this deck. And we're playing against red something. My opponent is just like FM. Our player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. I'm gonna use that on myself. Should help the fact that I went down to 6. And okay, so I've got a lot of creature destruction. I've also got a lot of my opponent loses life, I gain life. All those sorts of things. And I'm playing against the red and green deck, which is creature heavy, which is good for me because I've got a lot of creature removal. So, speaking of which, just drew Innocent Blood. Each player sacrifices a creature. So that'll be good. He'll play a creature. I'll Innocent Blood. He'll have to sacrifice it. We can just go from there. And I'll show you my cards here. Necrotal, 2/1 first strike. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-artifact, non-black creature, can't be regenerated. He's going to play Fires of Yavimaya. Creatures he controls has haste, and he can sacrifice fires to give target creature +2/+2 until end of turn. Okay. Just do another Innocent Blood. I've got my Necrotal. I don't want to play yet though. I'm going to wait until he actually has a creature in play to start rolling this stuff out. So we're going to hold off here. The only issue though is that with his fires in play, his creatures have haste, meaning that he's going to be able to attack me as soon as he plays them, so I don't get that extra turn to destroy them. Unless I can get rid of that enchantment, which I don't believe I've got any opportunity to do. Alright, he's going to play 5/5, can't be countered. Creature spells you control, power 5 or greater, can't be countered, right? So he's going to play this 5/5, and then he's going to attack me with it right away, and there's nothing I can do about it. What I will do, though, is that I'll play a Necrotal this turn to destroy it. And then next turn, when he tries to do the same thing, a creature with haste, I'll be able to deal with that. Alright, so we're going to Necrotal. I'm going to destroy him. But I'm already down to 13, so not good so far. Not doing so hot. So what's going to happen is he's going to play another creature this turn. It will have haste. He'll attack me with it. I'll block. This will die. The turn after, though, I'll Innocent Blood, forcing him to sacrifice his creature. But it's really not looking good for me this game, honestly, with all his creatures sitting with haste, so... But at least I can block these things now. Or, well, just this stupid bull guy, but there's really little reason for him not to attack, and there's little reason for me not to block. Because next turn when I play this, I'd have to sacrifice my creature anyways, so, you know what I mean? Unless it was to get off that extra 2 damage, but that alone isn't really worth it for me. Now, I could also play this. When it enters the battlefield, creature my opponent controls gets -2/-2. Plus it's a 6/5. Which means I would have a blocker for next turn, which would be pretty good as well. I also just drew a Rise from the Grave, which lets me take a creature from any graveyard and put it into play under my control. I'm going to play the Massacre Worm first, actually. Yeah, because I don't know that he's going to have many creatures lower than 2, so I might as well just play the Massacre Worm now. So Massacre Worms, it's 6/5, and whenever a creature my opponent controls dies, it gets, he loses 2 life. Alright. So the main reason I played this, though, was so that I have, you know, a big beefy creature in play, so that when he does play another creature, I'll be able to block it at least. As long as it's not bigger than the 6/5, I'll have a blocker sitting ready, waiting in the wings for it. I might even take my Necrotal back. We'll have to see here. What is this? What is he playing? Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. Draw a card, so it just became a 5/5. He sacrifices his fires if you have a Maya, and he casts Berserk on it, doubling its power. Well, now I've got no choice but to block, or else I would die. And even with that said, I'm pretty low on life here. So we're gonna block this. I've got no choice. Now, I only block 5, which means 9 damage goes through, which will put me down to 4. But he did get rid of his fires, so that means that his creatures no longer have haste unless he plays another fires. I'm really screwed though. This game's not looking good for me at all. Yeah, definitely not. What I can do though, this turn, I'm gonna throw down Rise from the Grave, get it from my graveyard, and I'm gonna take back my Massacre one. All right, and then we will say go. So I've got my Innocent Bloods. The danger is, though, I'd have to sacrifice my own creature. Trample Haste, 7/7, Trample Haste at the beginning of your end step. Shuffle it into, wow. It's ridiculous. So he's gonna attack with this. I'll block. 2 damage goes through, putting me at 2. His thing doesn't die. And at the beginning of his end step, he shuffles this back into his library. So I can't even destroy it next turn with Innocent Blood. Jeez, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And I've got absolutely nothing that I can do. I'm just gonna pass the turn. Well, I'm screwed. This is a GG for sure. GG for me. Alright, so let's see. He can sack a land to deal 2 damage to target player. Does he have enough mana to do that now? No, but he will next turn. Luckily I can destroy it before that happens, but still. I'm at 2 life, he's at 20. What are the odds of me coming back? Pretty much negative. Unless I draw into some sort of gain life here to get me into a more comfortable position. Okay, creature tower, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Alright, well, I need to draw into some sort of a gain life right now, or else I'm in a lot of trouble. I mean, I might have another turn or two, but it's not looking good. Innocent Blood, make him sack his creature. Yep. Alright, so he is going to untap and play 3/3. Still can't hit me. He plays a Rancor. Still can't hit me with it. Come on, gain life. Something. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Innocent Blood, make him sack his creature. Rancor goes back to his hand. And then we say go again. He's up to 6 lands now. Now this gets really scary because he can start playing some really beefy creatures, but apparently not this turn at least. Alright, enchanted creature gets -1/-1, can't block. Doesn't really help me in this situation. Just if you're wondering what I have here, I've got this. All creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn, and that is for each swamp I control. So this would give all creatures -10/-10 till end of turn. Obviously that would be ridiculous. I'll probably pretty much kill anything that he plays, but it's only a sorcery, so I can only play during my turn. If he plays anything with haste, I am screwed. And yeah. It's not like I can save this for 2 creatures. I'm gonna need to pretty much use it right away as soon as he plays something. Alright, Alright, he's probably gonna play something for 7. No, he's got nothing still. This is weird. I don't understand why he's got nothing to play. I'm gonna play this guy. So 1/1, I can sack it to give put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Right now, not the greatest. Early game, pretty good. Pretty good early game. I don't understand though. He's got 7 lands in play and 5 cards in hand. How does he not have anything to play? I really don't. I don't believe it. I don't believe that that's true. Ugh. I was hoping that I'd draw something to gain life, but still nothing. But this is a 2/1 flying that when it comes into play, my opponent is forced to discard a card. So that's something. Force him to discard. I need to see what he's sitting on here. What? Okay. All right, we swing for 1. And we pass the turn. Finally got some damage through. Like 10 minutes into this game. And he still can't play anything. You gotta be kidding me. I don't believe it one bit. Oh my lord. Nightmare. Flying. Star. Power and toughness equal to the number of swamps I control. Say hello to my 11/11. Holy crap. If he doesn't do something soon, I could actually win. No, I don't believe it. I refuse to believe that I could actually win this game. Absolutely refuse to believe it. Alright, well let's see. He's gonna play a land, but if he still has 7 and he wasn't able to play anything last turn, because he still can't play anything this turn. So he's gonna sack that, he's gonna get an 8. He must be able to play something next turn. We'll see though. I've got a 12, 13, 14, 15. I can do 15 damage right now. 1 damage away from killing him. If he does not play anything with haste next turn, I win. There's no way that I win this game. No. I refuse to believe that I actually come back and win this game. I refuse to believe that this is going to happen right now. He has to win this turn. It would make no sense if I won this game. What is this? 4/4. Enters the battlefield 1/1. He can remove a 1/1 counter to destroy an artifact or enchantment. Okay, doesn't affect me. Anything else? Or do... No way. I don't believe it. Put this on that guy so they can't block. He could just remove a counter to... You know what I mean? I refuse to believe he's got a fog, right? I mean, there's... Are you serious? Wow. What? That did not just happen. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that actually panned out the way that it did, but that's what happened. See, I was hoping for something like this. Deal damage to a player equal to the number of swamps I gain life. But hey, I guess the nightmare did the trick too. That was unreal. I still don't. I don't know. I don't know about this hand though. Try a new one. Alright, this one's okay. No, it's much better. I probably need to retweak this deck. I don't know that I have the greatest synergy with this deck, but it's alright. So, wow guys, last game, are you serious? Did that... I mean... Alright, I'll take it, man. I'm not complaining. I'll tell you that much. That's just silly to me. Okay, so in this game I got Liliana's Spectre. It's a 2/1, flying. Comes into play, each opponent discards a card. I've got my Nightmare, which won me last game. I've also got this. Enchanted creature gets -1/-1 and can't block. Just drew into another card I was hoping to get last game. 2 swamps plus X. Target opponent loses X life. I gain life equal to the life lost that way. He's gonna play a 1/1. Okay. Probably just gonna kill that with my Crippling Blight, or he might be able to hold it. I guess I have my Liliana Spectre that I can hit him with. You don't have anything else, so just pass the turn, please. LTG Domo. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is this turn we're gonna play Liliana Spectre. 2/1, enters the battlefield, he discards a card. It's also got flying. will he discard? Discards a beetle. It's actually pretty good here. Enters the battlefield, he puts a 1/1 counter on target creature. He's gonna play 2/5 Reach. Enters the battlefield, destroy target creature with flying. Well, that is a pain in the butt. So he's gonna kill my Spectre, first and foremost. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna throw this on that guy to make it so that he can't block. And it gives a -1/-1, so it turns him from a 2/5 into a 1/4. And I'm actually really excited because I do have this. All creatures get -1/-1 for each swamp I control, which is probably going to clear his board. I hope he plays another creature this turn, and then I'll just throw this down, and I'll just throw this down, and they'll all die. That'll be fantastic. I might even want to wait until he gets something else in play. So he's going to play 2/2 Death Touch, enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact creature or artifact, enchantment, or land. That is a really good card. So he's going to swing for 2. I think I'm going to wait one more turn, let him play another creature, and then throw this into play. Because I'll have at least 4, if not 5. So I'm going to wait one more turn. I'm going to let him play one more creature, and then I'm going to mutilate to get the largest effect of it. He's going to have very few cards in his hand at that point. And then after that, I can throw down a Nightmare. So he's going to play 2/5. Perfect. That's going to die too. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he even plays another creature. He will. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I'm going to clear his entire board this turn. Everything is going to die. I'm down to 13. Not looking good for us. Absolutely not, but say hello to Mutilate. All his creatures. Bye-bye. Now he's got 2 cards in hand. I've got the ability to do damage and gain life. I also just drew a Diabolic Tutor. Not as good as the other tutor, but Acidic Slime, what the hell? Gonna kill another one of my lands, unbelievable. Nevertheless though, while I won't be able to play Nightmare this turn, I can go Fume Spitter, and I can Diabolic Tutor. Which I'm going to do. So I get to look through for any card that I want. The question is, what card do I want? Could get a Dread. I don't have much time though. I actually got very little time. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him, because I know I can play him next turn. Alright, so I'll show you what I got. I got a Phyrexian Obliterator. It's a 5/5 trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. He's gonna play Wild Pear. Whenever he casts a creature enters the battlefield, if he casts it from his hand, he may search his library for a creature card with the same total power and toughness and put it in the battlefield. Really good. He's gonna hit me for 2, which I'll let that go through. To be honest, with his Wild Pear in play, that's kind of scary. Obliterator now, or Nightmare? Guess with the Obliterator, I've got the blocker, and I can force him to sack permanents. So, we're gonna go with that. Alright, so I've got the blocker. Next turn, I'll probably Nightmare. Or if for some reason he gets me low, I might just do this. Gain some life, have him lose some life. So this is a really scary card for him to deal with. Any source, so if I block a creature and it does damage to this guy, he has to sacrifice that many permanents, whatever much damage it is. Alright, enters the battlefield, he gets a 1/1 in play. He searches his library for another 3/3 now because of Wild Pear. Or for another 1/1, what? Plays a 2/1 reach with Death Touch, searches his library for another, that's unbelievable. You see how crazy that is? This one enchantment. He's going to attack me for 2. I'll let that go through. Alright. That's huge. That is huge. Alright. Sacrifice this. This is unbelievable, guys. Wow. Infest. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Again, with the amazingness. Clearing the board. Pass the turn. I'm saving this guy for a blocker. Primarily for a blocker. That is my biggest thing. Oh my lord, that was huge. Again, now he's still got the wild pair though, so as soon as he plays a creature, he just gets another creature that same size in play, which is, again, frightening. But, wow, guys, gonna throw down the Nightmare. It's gonna be a 7/7 flying. Then I'll attack him with this 5/5. Which he'll let go through, otherwise he blocks it and has to sacrifice 3 permanents. I might pull this one out too. Alright, it's 1/1, he draws a card, gets to search his library for a 1/1. The craziest thing is that creature goes into play. I mean, it's unbelievable. So he's searching his library for a 1/1. I wonder what he's looking for. He's got a huge library, by the way. He's still got 49 cards. Alright, so he's gonna get the Wood Elves, search the library for another land. It's not going to attack, there's no point. I'll block with the 7/7. And I think we win this turn, 8-6. Yeah, we win this turn, unless he's got a fog or something. Okay, so attack with a 5/5 and the 8/8 flying. He cannot block the 8/8 flying. He decides not to block the 5/5. He loses 6 life, I gain 6 life, I win the game. Game number 2, victory for force. Alright, let's go ahead and get one final game here. This time we're against Mitchan. And I get to play first. I guess I'll keep this hand. Very land heavy, but I like the Spectre, I like the Murder. So I'm just gonna keep it. Alright, so I've got my Liliana Spectre, 2/1 flying, discards a card when it comes into play. You too. Oops, can I not do it here? Oh, there we go. And I also got the Murder, destroy target creature. Those 2 cards are basically the reason I decided to keep this. And, ooh, just drew into a Diabolic Tutor too, so there you go, I get to search for something at some point. So next turn will likely be the Spectre. And then the turn after, Murder if need be. He's gonna play nothing yet. Alright, so here's the Spectre, 2/1 flying. He discards a card, bring him from 6 down to 5. See what he decides to get rid of. Gets rid of a forest, alright. So maybe he's land heavy. He's obviously just a mono green deck. There are 2 of them though in Duels 2013, so don't know which one he is yet. And I just also got this. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life, which I'll probably use on myself, actually. I don't mind the life loss for the card advantage. 2 damage to him. And then we will sign a blood myself. Bring me down to 18. And drawing 2 cards, I drew, nice. Innocent Blood, each player sacks a creature, plus my Massacre Worm. We pass the turn. Alright, finally he's gonna start playing something. Plays a 4/5. Probably just destroy that with my Murder. What did I just draw into? X damage target creature, you gain X life. X is the number of swamps you control. I have 5. Why don't we just do that? Yeah. He takes 5 damage, I gain 5 life. I'm up at 23, and then we attack with a 2/1. That'll work too. So now I've still got two creature removal in my hand to use for the next 2 creatures he decides to play. I still have the Massacre Worm, which is just unbelievable, and my Diabolic Tutor whenever I want to look for something. All right, he's gonna play 5/5. He can tap 2 to put insects into play. I'm not gonna let him do that. I'm just gonna get rid of that. So I'm gonna focus just on removing each creature that he plays. I don't want him to start playing all these tokens, so we are just going to murder that. And then we attack with our 2/1. And now I've got 2 really awesome cards. I got my Dread 6/6 Fear, which means it can only be blocked by black creatures. Whenever a creature deals damage to you, destroy it. Yeah, exactly. He's got a 2/2, he can sack it to gain 4 life. And we probably gonna play the Massacre Worm now, because even if he sacrifices it, I think he loses 2 life from that. Maybe I should wait for the Massacre Worm, actually. Maybe I should play the Dread now. Yeah, we're gonna play Dread now. 6/6 Fear. Whenever a creature deals damage to me, destroy it. So he attacks me with something, it does damage, we destroy it. And also if Dread's put in the graveyard from anywhere, I get to shuffle it into my library. I don't mind his 2/2. Don't care about it. All right. Looks like this will be a victory too, unless like the flip of the last 2 games happens and my opponent comes back from being behind. But I'm pretty confident in my position. Plays a 3/2, Massacre Worm is gonna have a field day next turn. Let me tell you, Massacre Worm is going to have a field day. I mean, he's just gonna sack the board to gain life. Nevertheless, wow, I even just drew into this. That is awesome. I haven't even had to use a Diabolic Tutor. A card that lets me look for any card I want. Haven't had to use it because my hand's been so good. Throw down the Massacre Worm. Creature my opponent controls get -2/-2. Whenever my creature an opponent controls dies, he loses 2 life. He didn't sack to gain life. He could have sacked the board to gain life. He didn't. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Except, game over. GG. It was fun. Easiest game of the 3. Alright my friends, thank you for watching this multiplayer video of MTG Duels 2013. Hopefully you enjoyed it, taking a look at the black deck Obedient Dead. There'll be some more MTG in the future. Once again, sticking pretty consistent to the about once a week schedule with these. They're fun, but I also don't want to flood the channel with them. Thanks again for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe. And as always, keep watching and keep owning.